Welcome to another episode of Pop-Up Tech Talks here in Barcelona at VMworld. I have the pleasure to have Patrick with me, who's kind of a superstar among the marketing managers in the tech industry. So Patrick, would you introduce yourself shortly?
Sure, Patrick Redknap. I work in the community and marketing with a lot of companies, and basically help events go smoothly, help network people, and just generally, make all of the bloggers and all of the technology influencers that are driving the community, driving the technology, kind of get the best out of VMworld and other events.
Thank you for that short introduction. You've been known for organizing the vRockstars parties, and those have been a massive success over the years. So can you tell me a little bit about how did you came up with the idea? How did the events evolve over time? I'm super excited to find out more.
It's a long journey. So the first ever event we had, basically, was ITQ consultancy out in Netherlands. They did like a small party before, and there weren't that many parties in Barcelona back 8 years ago. And basically what we did is we said, right, well, the guys are doing the VM Underground community party in the US, we should do something. So we got a couple of sponsors on board, myself, Marco Broken, who is the other person that works out with me, and a couple of other guys who float around every now and then. We just said, well, we'll hire somewhere out. So we hired out the basement of the Hard Rock, and these were grassroots days, got a bar tab, and we just did it that way. And people just showed up, and it started getting full every year. And we get more and more people on board and sponsors, and it's really about the first thing you do when you come to VMworld is you come to the vRockstar party, you hook up with all the people you haven't seen in a few years, have conversations, and what's going to be happening at VMworld.
It gets you completely warmed up for the exciting week?
Yeah, pretty warmed up. I mean, it's like you go there and you've already got some meetings scheduled, you've got some discussions in, and you've also had a great time and caught up with everyone, and you don't need to say later, oh, I'll catch up with you. You've already done it.
Why vRockstar though? Does it have to do something with the music?
No, not really. I mean, it was like the first venue was the Hard Rock, so we were like Rockstars, virtualization Rockstars, vRockstar.
Actually, I love the name so much that I was really angry at myself that I couldn't come early and come to your party.
Well, not everyone can make it. It sells out quite quickly now. We have trouble finding a venue that's going to kind of have the balance between keeping it full and making sure that we can get enough people. We sold out in 3 minutes since when the tickets went online this year, and that was like over 300 tickets.
So you're like a rockstar band now that sells out so quickly.
Yeah. I mean, some people were saying to me today that it's easier to get a Foo Fighters ticket than it is to get a vRockstar ticket. But we were lucky that because some of the sponsors, they get allocated tickets as well, they were giving them all back to the community. So it was very easy to get everyone in. I think anyone who wanted to go and turned up on the evening actually got in.
Yeah, I've seen some really cool pictures, and a lot of people were talking about it. So next time I'll make sure I'm on time and get myself a ticket. Yeah,
just get an earlier flight. Make sure you get in the night before. Always get in the night before if you want to go to the vRockstar, because if you don't have a ticket, you just come find us, we'll get you in.
Now I know how to get in.
It's a secret. It's a secret for getting in. Buy us a beer beforehand.
Sounds lovely. I mean, as I said, I'm gonna make sure I'm there next year. Thanks for being on Pop-Up Talks with us. Before we go, I have one more question for you.
Okay.
Rolling Stones or the Beatles?
Personally, it's got to be the Rolling Stones. That's just because I'm more of a rock boy myself. The Beatles, obviously, great British band, but I was more of a Rolling Stones person growing up.
Well, it explains all the name. Thanks so much for being on Pop-Up Tech Talk. Until the next time with us.